live, super geeked up.
Woo!
All right, hey everybody. My name is Jeff. Welcome to the show. This is Super Geeked Up, your live geeky pop culture show. We talk geeky topics, play fun geek-themed improv games. I am here with my co-host Francis Fernandez.
Hi, hey Twitch. This is how's the world of Twitch doing? That's got to be.
Hey Twitch.
I
That's
mean,
right.
yeah, because it's how
I'll
often
explain
are
that in a minute. Yes.
yeah.
Well, let's introduce our guest first. He is an author, screenwriter, amazing speaker. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, it's Brian Fitzpatrick. Hello.
What's wrong with that? Amazing speaker.
Hey guys, happy to be here.
Welcome to the show. Great to have you here. We're going to talk about. Okay, I'm just trying to test that it was working on Twitch. It is good. We'll talk about Brian's books and his masterclass coming up, and his films and all that good stuff later in the show.
Cool.
By the way, big thanks to Matt Conan and Lauren Capello. They referred Brian to us, friends of Brian, and they'll be on in a couple weeks to talk about their third book. So thanks to Matt and Lauren.
Great people.
I agree, they are. All right, so yes, folks, we are on Twitch today. We're normally on YouTube, if you're a longtime viewer. But YouTube is a pain in my ass, and so they banned us for a week because I put my erotica site in the description section, which I've had plenty of times before with no problems. I guess their bot caught it this time or something, and anyway, won't be doing that again. Well, we'll be back next week on YouTube, and we will upload this video to YouTube afterwards, so don't worry, you can still catch it there. But hey, you can still chat here on Twitch. It's so fun. We've streamed on Twitch before, just not for quite a while.
It's been a second.
A while.
Yeah.
But we had more followers than I thought we did, actually, here on Twitch. So, by the way, feel free to follow on Twitch if you want to. If you haven't already, it's not going to hurt anything if we ever decide to stream to both, Anyway, let's get to our first geeky question, though, and then we're going to play some games called Super Movie Pitch and Superhero Experts, and we're going to need your help in the chat. I see Puma and listeners made already here. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. For those of you from YouTube, if you don't have a Twitch account, you can make one. It's free. It's cool. And you can chat with us. All right. Francis, what is our first super geeky question?
Just have like the YouTube chat available anyway. Just have it there. But then they can't. I don't know.
I can't even create a chat right now. So I wish I could.
Wow.
I can't do anything.
No,
it's a harsh mistress.
They are. They don't like it.
And it's not even a human being. I know it's not even a human being doing it.
Oh,
because they wouldn't even look at. I even appealed and I got no word back from them.
So, they don't. They
have
their own problems.
It's the AI overlords.
Brian. Okay, so our question of the week is Brian's Mechcraft series focuses on 15-year-old protagonist Jake London and his best friend Tom Paris. What's your favorite?
From Voyager, good, yes.
Voyager, yeah. What's your favorite sci-fi movie, show, or book with a teenage hero? And hello there, Lizzie. How's it going?
All right, hey, Twitch world. Hey, Lizzie. So, okay, going over this, even when I was writing it, my first, the kind of go-to would have normally been, Harry Potter, but no, I'm going to go with Star Wars Rebels. Ezra, I love Ezra's art.
Ezra. Is he a teenager? I thought it was.
Yeah, he is in the beginning, right?
I mean, I think he's still a teenager at the end, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is he? Wow. Oh, well, that's
excellent storytelling.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
So. Is that Ezra Klein? Is that his name? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Miller. No, Ezra.
That's Miller.
That's a whole different.
That's another Ezra.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
All right, Ezra from Rebels. Good choice.
What is Ezra's last? And I need to know Ezra from Star Wars. Now I gotta look it up because I want to know his last name. It's like probably cool, like Ezra Laserbringer or something.
It's not that.
The thing about it was when they first introduced him, I'm like, oh god, it's a cartoon, and there's a young preteen who's going to be just making mistakes and screwing up and getting everybody into trouble and just be annoying as hell. And they ended up going the opposite. He had minor annoyances in the beginning, but they went the other way.
I appreciate whiny, annoying teenagers, so that's good.
Or ones that always cause the trouble.
So
speaking of, go ahead.
It's Ezra Bridger. So
Bridger, that's
yeah.
Because he works on a bridge.
As Laserbringer.
I was Missed opportunity.
It was.
Missed opportunity.
Contact Dave Filoni.
I know. Ooh.
So speaking of a teenager that some people find annoying, we've got Wesley Crusher here from Lister's Mate, which I sometimes make fun of him. I actually think he gets a bad rap. Wesley's not really that bad.
Yeah, Wesley's all right.
He is.
Very, he is very,
He is.
very smart guy, very smart kid, right?
Mhm.
Becomes a
Yeah.
Time Lord or whatever the fuck you want, a traveler. That's what they're called there, right?
A traveler. Yeah, he's a traveler.
He's basically like a Time Lord, though, right?
I don't sort of, I guess. He's outside of time. He's like he's outside. He can travel anywhere and anywhere.
That's right. He doesn't need a
wants.
TARDIS to travel. He just travels.
He just yeah.
Was it like Q?
Kind of, but he
But he
doesn't,
doesn't
have
have
the
the powers of
omnipotent
Q.
powers. Yeah, he just travels. His purpose is to observe, right? That he's just supposed
He's like
to
a watcher
watch.
from Marvel.
Yeah,
That sounds really boring for him. Okay, just
Well,
prejudging.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
well,
cool.
but for some reason in the last season of Star Trek, he got really he hated, he didn't like Starfleet anymore, the Academy. He got bored, so he decided to be a traveler.
well, yeah.
But like you do.
Thanks to Native Americans, people on a planet helping him discover that.
Oh, man, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Me too.
I think they were actually
Been a
Native
while.
Americans from Earth, though, that settled on this other
Oh.
planet. I think they were descendants.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Because Picard's ancestor had moved them, so Picard had to make good on his ancestor's terrible thing.
Mm.
I guess
Back at that point, Picard's ancestors actually spoke French.
with a British accent.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. That's enough Star Trek. Sorry. We always get off tangents on that. All right. I'm going to go. Actually, since you said Star Wars, I will go with my Star Wars is my favorite movie ever, the original trilogy. And in A New Hope, Luke is only 19 years old. He is a teenager. So I'll go
Squeaked
Star Wars.
in. Just
Original
just
Star Wars.
got
Him and
in
Leia
there.
are both 19 years old. Just gets it in. Yeah. So I'll go with that as my favorite one. Although Harry Potter is very close second. I like that you mentioned Harry Potter. Very good.
Great arc.
They're actually, well, oh yeah. And they're teens for most of it, except the first 2 years. They're teens for almost the whole series. Yes. Francis, tell us in the chat, folks, what are your choices for your, what it could be a book, a movie, a show, a video game. I don't care. Anything that has a teenage hero you like, or villain, I suppose, if you prefer villains. Sure.
I'm only picking this because you always forget they exist for some reason. But Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable, as they're
I don't forget
teenagers.
they exist. I'm the one who always talks about them. Just because I don't talk about them every week, now you're giving me a hard time.
Yeah, they're your
People-
favorite.
People
They're your
probably don't want to
favorite.
hear me talk about it every week, though,
They're-
right?
But you love them, and
Okay,
they
but
are.
you can't have that choice because you've never seen it, so that you invalidate your choice.
But I know they're teenagers though, and
They
I know
are
that they're-
teenagers. They are.
I know
great.
they're-
I approve of that choice highly. They are amazing.
Yeah.
But you have to choose one that you actually like.
Oh, that I actually like.
All right, I'm glad.
Lizzie has some.
All right, as you think of some, though you're right. I'm gonna go back to talking about him. Impossible. Teen Titans original, not Teen Titans Foe. Forever. Wait, what the fuck is the Teen Titans Go? Teen Titans Go.
Oh, Teen Titans Go.
Not Foe.
Nobody. Yeah, I
I don't know. Teen
why.
Titans foe. You know.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go is very.
Well, it's completely different. It's just a
It's
total goofy thing, you know. Or the other Teen Titans cartoon is more serious, right?
Right. It is. It is. But
You know,
still.
they each have their own thing. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
Would Zombieland count? I would
No,
say
they're all adults. Oh well.
No,
that's
hang
not
on. I
true.
think is that Jesse Eisenberg or
Oh,
Sarah?
No, but
Sarah.
the
Eisenberg.
girl, the actress from
Emma Stone.
Little Miss Sunshine, not Emma
Oh,
Stone,
No,
but the little
the
girl.
other one, yeah, she's
a
a
teenager.
She's like she's a teenager. That's
Is it
true.
one of the Fannings?
No, Abigail Breslin.
Abigail
Abigail
Breslin.
Breslin. Thank you.
Oh,
She definitely is.
That would
Yes.
count.
That counts. She counts. There you go. Good. She's a
Nice
Oh.
throw out because I love zombies.
Zombieland's
okay.
Great movie.
Hit Girl from Kick-Ass.
Oh, but she's only like 9 in the.
Well, in the
Kick-Ass.
sequels,
In the
though,
sequel, she's a
older.
teenager. So
Yeah.
we can
Okay,
give
well,
the sequel.
No, in the sequel movie, I don't think in the sequel comics. I think she's still a kid, but in the movie, she's a teenager.
Oh, interesting. In the comics,
Yeah.
they did not.
They
age
kind of
her.
had to.
Yeah, well, yeah, because she's aging. Well, she doesn't age.
Oh yeah, Chloe
in the comics.
Moraine
Chloe
Grace.
Moretz.
Yeah,
She's great.
She's fantastic.
She was in unfortunately got canceled, but it was like an Amazon or some show.
Oh, Peripheral.
Peripheral. It only lasted one season, but it was amazing sci-fi.
Okay, I haven't seen it. Was it good?
So good. It was like one of the best things I saw like two years
why the hell
ago.
did they cancel it?
I don't know.
I mean,
You
that's
know, it was one of those
ridiculous.
Netflix or one of the, maybe it was Netflix. They canceled it.
No, I think you're right. I think it was Prime.
Was it Prime? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cancel. Well, Prime doesn't cancel everything.
Prime isn't as
Netflix
bad,
cancels.
actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
it cancels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Netflix
Netflix
doesn't
is
like.
slitting throats everywhere.
They don't like TV. They don't like having stuff.
No,
They
like
just-
they're in the business of TV, but they hate
they
TV.
don't.
hate themselves.
They keep removing stuff.
They hate
It's
themselves.
terrible.
They need therapy.
Any Jason movie from the 80s, lots of teenagers in those usually, right?
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Usually getting killed, but yes. I mean, at least one survives, right? Usually.
Always the final girl.
Chaz, hello Chaz. No problem. Glad you're here. Got your Mr. Incredible right there picture on there. E.T. Well, Elliot is a preteen and his brother is a teen. Okay. His
Yeah.
brother is, I'll take
Brother
it.
is a teen. E.T.'s strong. That's a strong choice.
Oh, so then we could go Goonies because the brother in that is a teen.
There you go. And the
And
girl.
a girl that he likes, right? And
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think a couple of them are teens. Hey, Chasmanite. All right. It's Chaz here. Glad people are tuning in here on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, he says hi to Brian too. Good.
Hey. Cheers.
Yes, this is Brian Fitzpatrick, our guest here. If you're just tuning in, we're talking what teenage heroes you like from sci-fi movies, shows, or books. You can put them in the chat. And we got some other geeky games coming at you. All right. Well, Hit Girl was your choice. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Acceptable.
And then and the teens of Degrassi.
Okay.
I
That's
love
not
I love Degrassi.
Wait, did they ever work sci-fi into Degrassi?
No, but I mentioned
But do they-
before that they
Do they
had
fit into the geek culture?
they had
kinda?
Jay and Silent Bob in it.
Then
Kevin
they-
But
Smith
they
was
played
yeah.
themselves. They just played Kevin Smith, right?
That's
but
okay.
he's
They get a pass.
Yeah, that's a pass.
All right.
He's
I
a
mean, I
nerd.
do love James.
If they got
He's-
if they got Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, they got
Yeah,
pass.
they were both on there. They did a whole
I
Degrassi
am
movie.
massive fans.
What was he supposedly like coming to the school to do a talk or something? What was he or
No,
filming there?
he. I don't remember why he made a movie there.
He
but
sold them
made-
pot.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Oh no! Was the idea of the
Oh wait,
show?
that's a different one.
Was the idea of the episode that Kevin Smith was making a
No.
movie at Degrassi?
Yeah, he made a movie there. He made a
Okay.
film with Jay and Silent Bob at Degrassi, and so they do a film
Okay,
there.
good.
That's a nice crossover.
It is. It's weird.
Yeah, I would not have
It's
guessed
really
that
weird.
crossover.
Yeah.
happened. All right, so Listeners Mate is referencing my Super Knocked Up web series. Thank you, Listeners Mate. Have ever thought of doing a prequel when Captain Amazing and Darkstar, that's the hero and villain from the show, were doing when they were teens?
Ah, segue.
I might have thought of that, but it's been so long, I've forgotten if I have what those ideas were. That's interesting, though. Listeners Mate, I like that idea. That's kind of cool.
It gets the imagination stirring.
I suppose since it's on Kindle Vella now, I could do whatever the fuck I want. Since I don't have to worry about special effects and all that stuff anymore.
That's true. Hey, yeah. The imagination is.
That's a
the
good thing about
special
writing.
effect.
Yeah, you can do whatever. No budgets.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not film budgets anyway. All right, cool. Anything else you want to throw out there, Brian, before we move on to our game for this category?
I feel we are teened out. I feel we covered ground.
Okay. Teened out. All right. All right. Well, let's teen on over to Super Movie Pitch. That made no sense, but that's okay. Super Movie Pitch is a game we're going to do, folks. We're going to need your help. So I'm going to actually try to explain it this time, see if I get it right, because Francis did it on the pre-show, and I always usually give it to him. But three of us are going to create movie pitches based on your suggestions in the chat. Or if you're watching in post, put them in the thing, and we'll use them in future ones. So you got to give us just like goofy ideas, like Francis said on the pre-show, like Unicorn Day. Like we could make a movie pitch about Unicorn Day, or
Right, because that's its genesis was
or-
when we were doing those silly days of the week.
It doesn't have to be that. It could be
No.
like banana cream pie. I don't know, and we would make a movie about banana cream pies. It could be any weird thing that doesn't really seem to make sense. But put some of those ideas in the chat, and we will team up to do amazing movie pitches that Hollywood will absolutely buy, and Netflix will cancel after one season.
I cannot wait. Let's see what they got.
Pandas in the wild. Great. There you go. That's the idea. Or Panadas. Great.
Oh,
They're
pandas, huh?
okay. So here's what happens, folks. I'll start us off. These are pandas from Canada. They're called panadas.
Fernandez.
Right. We discover an unknown breed of panda that's native to Canada. Okay. We discovered them in like a King Kong-esque world beneath the surface of the earth, right? And we travel there and we find these panadas,
Fernandez.
right? But they're not like normal pandas. They're huge kaiju pandas,
Oh.
right? And they get loose because we foolishly open the earth up, and they get loose onto the land, onto earth, on the surface. And Brian, what happens?
Well, they're panadas, so we immediately offer them. Well, the crew who is assigned are very polite, and they are mostly Tim Hortons employees,
Yes.
and they enlist Bob and Doug McKenzie out of retirement to go deal with these giant but adorable panadas.
Okay. And Francis, how does it all? What's the climax?
It's funny you should say that because it's in the wild, and the wild part is that they need to breed. So with the help of poutine and milk in a bag, they seduce not they, but like the scientists seduce the panadas together, and these gigantic building sized creatures fall in love, so much so that they cross over with everyone's favorite Canadian high school drama, Degrassi, and with that teen drama mixed with this Canada drama.
Because they're teen panadas. We should have
Because
said
they're
that.
teen panadas, exactly. And
Twist.
there's love and love making, and it ends with the cutest little baby panda that just happens to be, of course, 17 stories tall. But it doesn't matter because it's adorable, and people pinch its cheeks as it fades to black, as it star wipes to black.
Ah, see, that's nice. We had like a kaiju movie turned really sweet at the end. That's nice.
It was just adorable.
It was adorable. Yeah, pinched
Okay.
in little panda cheeks.
Yeah. See, listen, you're not seeing usually a really cute Godzilla at the end of those movies, right? So this is
you
different.
See?
No.
Fresh and original. This thing
Canada's in the
Hollywood.
wild.
Well, the Matthew Broderick one, I guess, technically had cute Godzillas at the end.
Were
They had
cute?
baby Godzillas. They weren't cute, but they were baby.
Were they still
Godzillas.
ferocious?
They
Weren't
were.
They were like poor man's velociraptors.
They were velociraptors. Yeah, they were
Yeah, I don't call that cute.
velociraptors in like the sewers of New York, and that's why Godzilla was pissed because they kept taking their babies.
My
It
baby.
was awful. It was terrible.
Okay, I got all the Canadian references except who are the McKenzies, Brian?
Oh, Bob and Doug
Bob
McKenzie.
and Doug and McKenzie.
They were the radio DJs who ended up getting a movie deal, a comedy called Strange Brew, because they were like, their whole shtick was, how's it going, eh? And they were kind of like these sort of slacker, pre-Jay and Silent Bob kind of, I wouldn't say stoners. They were mostly drinking beer even on their morning show. But, what's his name? Rick Moranis is one half of the Bob and Doug McKenzie characters.
They're part of that one.
Oh, he played
part
it?
of that group.
Yeah.
Second City SCTV.
Actually, they incorporate Second City loved their show so much they incorporated Bob and Doug McKenzie into Second City TV.
Okay.
But they were legit, actual radio DJ morning guys who got Geddy Lee from Rush to sing their morning tune.
Wow.
Take off to the Great White North.
That's
Nice.
impressive.
Early 80s. I'm old.
Yeah. They're the precursors to the current Letterkenny Canadian show that everyone seems to like, which I don't.
Yep, for agreeing with everything there. Yep, there you go.
There you go.
Cool. All right, Francis. Here's our next pitch. You can start us off. The Three Stooges meet Mark Zuckerberg.
All right. In a world where Three Stooges are desperate to become popular again. They want their social credit to soar. So they go to the one man who can help them. The one man who A knows nothing about who they are, and B doesn't really deal with social media much anymore. They go to Mark Zuckerberg, and played by Michael Cera, not because he was originally played by Jesse Eisenberg, but they got them mixed up. The producers got them mixed up, so they got Michael Cera instead. And so
It
Michael
works.
Cera is as Mark Zuckerberg finds fun and silly ways to get them to go viral. But little did they know that something else would go viral. What was it, Jeff? That went viral instead.
Well,
Oh,
little did they know that they at the same time the Panadas we're doing a crossover here.
Oh my
oh,
God, the
Panadas
Panadas are
crossover.
everywhere.
We're terrorizing across Canada.
Oh.
And you see, Zuckerberg was promoting the Stooges only in Canada because he didn't feel they were ready for the US, right?
No.
So it's a soft launch in Canada. And the Stooges meet up with the Panadas, and they're able to distract them with their zany hijinks. So the Panadas stop destroying buildings.
Mhm.
Okay. And this is before all the love stuff happens that you said earlier. Okay.
Well, this is a prequel. Yeah,
This is a prequel, right?
Yeah.
This is a prequel.
a midquel.
A midquel. Yeah, a midquel.
And then there's just it launches the most a new social network called what, Brian?
Shit.
Shit.
There's a new social network.
Panda
Okay.
Book. No,
Panda
that's not
Book.
what it's
Yes,
called.
Panda Book.
And Zuckerberg, little does he know that the Three Stooges actually are escaped from the mental institution and have sort of lost their beans and have hypnotized the Panadas into doing their bidding. While, side story, Zuckerberg has decided to copy Bezos and fly a rocket to space, whereas the Three Stooges decide the best ultimate social media would be to stow away onto said rocket and bring one of the Panadas with them, except they forgot the Panadas are 20,000 stories tall, and the rocket blows up as it even tries to lift off.
Oh, no.
Dark? Too dark?
No, that's fine. We had a nice ending on the other one, and now we have the dark ending on this one. It's all good.
This is a to be continued. This one.
Right. This is the prequel. So late, then we do the nice one, after that.
Then we do
Right.
right. Yeah.
Panada 2, the squeakquel.
The squeakquel.
All right, we'll do one last one here from Chaz. A freezy pop made out of pickle juice turns evil and stalks its freezer mates.
Ah,
Wow. All right, Brian, you get to
that
start.
is harsh. Woo. Pickle juice. The pickle juice freeze pop becomes sentient one day and realizes he will never, ever be loved like the other popsicle flavors. And in a fit of jealous rage, he takes the popsicle sticks from some poor and unsuspecting popsicles, and he begins to attack the other popsicles in the freezer in a brutal rampage through the freezer. But it's up to the tater tots and the tater tots and the frozen meatballs to stand up to this tyranny.
That's right.
See, this is the sequel to. This is actually a sequel to everyone's favorite hot dog movie starring Seth Rogen.
Sausage Party.
Sausage Party. Thank you. Sausage Party. So this is a result of Sausage Party. As a matter of fact, here we go again as we get more crossover from the original Sausage Party, as hot dogs and buns and all sorts of suggestive food come over from their aisle to see what's going on with this evil pickle juice monstrosity that's happening over on this other aisle. And little do the owners of the shop know. Little do they know that this whole thing is happening right under their noses, as a matter of fact, they too get in on the action by doing what, Jeff?
The owners?
Yeah, the owners get in on the action.
The owners
Convenience.
Wow.
attempt to eat all the evil pops.
Eat.
But
Oh, geez.
But little did they know that when you consume the evil pops, it turned them into these huge mutant popsicle creatures. And they start terrorizing the town. And the only one who can stand up to one is, you guessed it, the pandas.
Oh my God. Is
Oh,
this the end to the trilogy?
Double crossover.
Right.
Whew.
The pandas who have fallen in love and now do good deeds for Canada. They're part of the Royal Canadian Air Force. I don't know what the hell what they're called
Mounties?
there. The Mounties. Sorry, they're part of the Mounties.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. I mean,
What horses do they ride on? Big ones.
Very,
Very
big, yeah.
T-Rexes. They ride on T-Rexes.
Oh, okay, a Panada on a T-Rex.
Yes,
Come on.
because
You hear
the
us, Hollywood?
T-Rexes also came out of the same Earth pit that the pandas came out of.
Like they do.
Yeah. So they ride their T-Rexes and battle with these evil pop monsters, and they defeat them. Because the pandas can eat them because they're so huge. They have no problem eating the pop creatures.
That went south so fast.
Oh, Panada.
Oh, Panada. There's the name.
That's the name. Oh, Panada.
Okay,
all right.
That one.
All right, thanks, Lizzie. I know you meant to say
I'm writing the script in
Panda,
my head.
but Panada I love it.
We were able to milk Panada so much. It was a great topic, or a great use of the word.
It was. All right, that was Super Movie Pitch. Thanks, folks, for those great suggestions. And I'm not sure what this was too, Lizzie, but I love 80s music, so I think 80s music should fill all these movies.
The whole that whole ending scene was the 80s, like 80s
Eye of the Tiger,
rock,
yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Final
You
countdown.
The panda's like getting ready. They're like, I don't know, they're like punching buildings instead of meat bags to get ready.
I like it.
So you know who we could get to star in it?
Who?
I got a bastard pickle juice. This is Sean
Mike Myers?
Sean Connery.
No, Sean Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery. I thought you were doing your evil fat bastard. I thought you were doing fat bastard.
No.
Hey, Sean Connery. Yeah.
Ain't no bum covers to wreck.
So yeah, sorry. Anyway, I love that was unprovoked. Thank you. Thanks.
Yes. I don't know if you know.
Ryan
or not, but yeah.
Ryan and I had a
Francis is
conversation
famous
before.
for his.
Before the show, we were talking about a Sean Connery accent, and I dared him to do a Sean Connery accent. He did fantastically.
Oh,
because it's
man,
terrible.
nice.
My Sean Connery is terrible.
No, it was good.
I loved it. I liked it.
All right. So, folks, later on the show, we're going to talk about cartoon critters, animated animals. And we're going to play superhero experts. So stick around for that. But let's talk to what Brian's got going on here. Let's start with your books. Let's start with Mechcraft. And I'll put this on the screen here. So first off, tell people, because right now it's a 3-book series, right? So
correct.
Tell people what this is about.
Okay, there's these giant pandas in Canada.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so Mechcraft is a modern day science fiction YA action-packed thriller that started life as a screenplay. It's basically sentient nanotechnology that is shape-shifting and is embedded in the DNA of these scientists in the beginning. And they've gone through rigorous experimentation to master the art of Mechcraft, which is basically like you can see in the picture, to summon liquid metal from their pores and use it to create weapons, tools, anything that they can imagine. Because the nanotech is sentient, they have a telepathic communication with their host. So the scientists could not figure out the best use of this power to help mankind. And over time, it descended into arguments, became fights, became a war. And there's 3 warring factions in Los Angeles against each other over the best use of this product. But along comes Jake. He's the first ever born with the nanotechnology already in his DNA. And once word gets out on him, they feel, everyone feels that his powers will be different, that his powers will be unique and special, given the fact that he was born with it. And so a pursuit begins to basically capture him and use him for their bidding. And the first story is basically Jake and two teenage Metcraft agents getting him to a safe house. So it's a full of action, full of chase. Introduces a horrifying, relentless villain, basically a cult leader. Her faction, her name is Sasha, and her faction believes Metcraft is an abomination and evil, and all Metcrafters must die, including herself and her cult, once they kill all the other Metcrafters. So
Nice.
yeah, so she wants Jake bad because she thinks Jake will help him win the war for her, because until Jake came along, this war had sort of stalemated because everybody kind of knew everybody's limitations, everybody's power. So there was a sort of uneasy truce until Jake arrives on the scene and everybody wants him. So the first book is just very fast paced, very action heavy, very violent, and fun romp. Someone early on coined it as Harry Potter meets the Matrix.
Wow,
And
that's awesome.
That's good.
I know when I heard that, I was like, yes, I'll take that. Thank you. And I would venture to say a little dash of Terminator 2 in it as well.
Oh, I was thinking that from the way
Thematically.
the
Yeah,
liquid
metal. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the first book, and then the other books go. We start the first book with a kind of an intimate, basic, close interpersonal story that, as the books go, it gets bigger and bigger, and by the time the last book comes along, it's a global threat.
Nice. Well, that's the way to do a trilogy.
Right.
Now, before the show, I started to ask you about the books. You were telling me about like how it switched publishers. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so I wrote it as a screenplay first on, and it placed well in contests, and actually got me meetings with a couple of agents and a couple studios. I talked to Sony, I talked to Warner Brothers, and they all loved it, but nobody would buy it because it was too expensive for an unknown property. They said, you've got no fan base. We can't risk, 100, 110, 150 million dollars on a special effects heavy thing with no fan base. So a buddy of mine in the industry convinced me to convert it to a novel and publish it, build a fan base, hopefully. And he says, those same studios and agents, they'll come to you. I'm like, all right. Even though I kind of spent a couple of days bashing my head against the wall because I just spent a year on the screenplay, and last thing I wanted to do was convert it to a novel. But I did. He was right, and I did. And I'm glad I did. I had a publisher. They scooped it up. About a year and a half later, I decided a different publisher would be better. So I got the rights back. And then along came Black Rose Writing out of Texas. They snatched up, I was writing the sequel at the time, and I was kind of pushing the sequel. And they said, we want your sequel, but we also want your first book too. We'll republish them together. Mm-hmm. And so I signed the contracts in 2020. They said, okay, May 4th, perfect day, 2021, they'll release the first two books. And the funny story is, in January of 2021, they reached out to me and said, hey, do you happen to have any more books? Because we have a sudden opening to publish something in November of 2021. If you have something, we can publish all three of your books in the same year. And I said, sure, I've got the third one. When I lied, I didn't have the third one. I had the outline, but I had nothing written. And they said, okay, this is mid-January. And they said, okay, if you can get us the finished manuscript by March 1st, we'll publish it. And I was like, sure, no problem. Then I realized, what the fuck did I just do? So I was panicking. I took time off work. My wife cleared our calendar of any engagements at all. And I just wrote and wrote and wrote like a madman. Got it done. The longest of the books, got it done. I sent the draft to my editor. She cleared her table and jumped on it right away. Got it back to me. And I had about 2-3 days to make her adjustments and get it to the publisher. I got it to them on midnight of the deadline. Wow. And so they ended up publishing all 3 books the same year.
That's awesome.
And I was very tired.
Scary.
That's like 2 months. Yeah, geez.
Yeah.
And you have a 4th book, right, in the works?
Yes, I'm now that I finished the other work in progress, the Dungeons and Dragons book, I'm now about to begin book 4 in the Metcraft series. But it's going to be a standalone, all from the villain's perspective, Sasha. And I'm thinking about releasing this as a Vela, just to kind of get my feel for that.
Yeah, I love Bella.
So
Cool.
that's the object with that, and that one's gonna be a lot of fun. I already have it mapped out, and it's gonna be. Francis and I were talking. It's definitely not going to humanize the villain. If anything, it's going to make her more insane.
Oh wow!
Really, really, just bring it home that she's a villain. Bring it home that she's evil.
If they, if people didn't know before, on the fence, and her relentlessness. But
wait, be honest. No one's on the fence that she's evil, right?
No. No, I mean, like I was telling you guys before, I mean, I even had that rock band reach out. Chemical Straitjacket, and an industrial rock band from New Jersey. They reached out to me when the first book was only out, and they said, "Brian, we love Metcraft. Can we do a song?" And I was like completely blown away. I mean, how does that happen? So I, of course, said yes, and they came up with a song about the villain, all about Sasha from her, and their song is her point of view.
So you have a soundtrack started already. You already have your first song in your soundtrack.
See, I'm open to more, please. I would love it. I would love it. The song came out pretty cool. I gotta say, I was really happy with it.
Francis, well, I know you had some questions here for.
Yeah, well, I had his website up, and now it's gone because we did stuff, and I'm not well. Yes, so you do a bunch of, but you just don't do other stuff. I see it says on helping, like you do all this other things, like video game writing. Did you actually write a video game?
I have done some, nothing published, but I am versed in the art.
Because I as a big video game fan and someone who's like really into like a good video game story, like what makes it different from writing a regular book? Like what makes it so different from writing a regular a regular screenplay?
Well, the catchphrase is branching narratives. You have to do a lot of extra, like if they do this, you gotta have this. If they do this, the character does this, you gotta have this happen. And so it's just branch, and it's long and exhausting. And I would freelance that, but I doubt if I would make that my career.
No, but
it's so crazy.
But what was the game that wanted you to like? I can do this. This is a game. This game shows me that I can make a branching script. I can do this.
I guess I can say it didn't, because the deal didn't pan out. But I was actually talks with Genshin Impact a little bit.
Oh,
but we didn't work it out.
You got me as I love Genshin Impact. So
and I've been
need to get it.
It's fun. It's a fun game. But no, I didn't.
That's amazing, man.
I hope you.
I've been playing the rival Withering Waves, and I've been loving that.
Okay.
But I look forward to their Zenless Zone Zero release coming up.
Man, that's awesome, though. Okay, so
really cool.
that you seem to. A lot of people like to contact you for stuff, apparently.
I'm huge on social media and networking. I look at networking as literally just meeting new people that I genuinely want to work with or befriend. And I don't network for bullshit. I network, if I'm networking with somebody, it's because I want to do something with them, work with them, have coffee, talk industry, whatever. And I've been doing that since 2016. I think it's kind of starting to see some results from that.
That's fantastic. Oh, very cool.
So you mentioned the D&D novel. You want to tell more people a little bit more about the Dungeons and Dragons book?
Yeah. Okay. So there's this publisher called Storytellers Forge, and they a few years ago did a Kickstarter for a campaign called the Red Opera. Now they're doing a campaign. The campaign's done for this one called the Black Ballad, and it's basically for the party who doesn't listen, is how they phrase it. It's basically a total party kill, and the game that they created, that they released, takes a party who have all died and they have an adventure in the afterlife. And they've created this entire universe, a hub of an afterlife where all of the afterlives that in existence kind of connect to this one area as a sort of a way station, a waypoint. And there's adventure to be had there like crazy. Because if you die, you can die in the afterlife, but then you become dust and you become nothing and you don't get your afterlife. So there's risks, there's stakes. So basically they came to me and they said, their Kickstarter was winding down and they had more than quadrupled the amount they needed for this. It was amazing. Their funding was great. But they said that they were inviting some authors in to write fictional fantasy adventure novels set in the Black Ballad world. We could write whatever story we wanted, not related to their campaign. We could write whatever story we wanted, and they're going to publish them together at the same time, and just sort of enrich and flesh out that world even more. And I thought, what a great idea.
Yeah.
Because it's like my story, but I'm under the, I don't say constraints, but I'm under the caption of their game world. So I use their landmarks and their cities and their NPCs and their creatures and their magic, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun creating these characters. I basically made it mostly about relationships because I wanted the stakes to be high, and so we had to care about the characters in order to go along with them on this journey. So they liked the book, and I believe it's going to be published in November. And I can reveal the title for the first time. I can reveal the title.
Oh, awesome.
We settled on the title on Monday. So here we go. It is called To Slay a God.
Nice.
To Slay a God.
That's a good
Slay
title.
a God. And the publisher, I talked to the CEO, and he was hinting at, Brian, you can write a sequel if you want. We would be happy to read a sequel.
Man. Well, hopefully you could write it before they give you a deadline, and you just write it right before you do that.
Dude. The deadline. Yeah, this deadline was rough. I just finished it at time, but it was good. I'm glad. I like to have a deadline. Deadlines are stressful, but they make me laser focused, and I think turn out better product.
Good. That's awesome.
But I can't wait for people to read this dungeon. This is my first foray into fantasy adventure. Even though I played D&D as a kid and a teenager, I had never written a story in fantasy.
Oh, all right. Nice. That's cool.
I'm a horror sci-fi guy.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Branching out.
So okay. So wait, just to get clarification, it is a story. It's not like a module or something.
No, it's a standalone story. You can pick it up and knowing nothing about the Black Ballad campaign that they've created.
Awesome.
You can just pick it up and read it. It is a start to finish fantasy 80,000 word adventure.
Okay. For some reason, and it could be just my condition, but I thought it was a game for some reason.
Oh yeah, no,
I thought it was like because it's tied.
Well, it's based off of that, but it's a novel.
Right, it's tying into the game.
You can find it in your local bookstore, hopefully.
Yeah, gotcha.
Or online. All right. Before we get to our other games here, let's. You also got a movie in the works, right?
Yeah, I was hired in 2022 to write a screenplay for an indie producer. She brought me in and basically said, Brian, I need you to write, if you want to. You write this contained science fiction because our budget's low. It's pure indie, but we don't have the budget for choreographed fight scenes, and we don't have the budget for any special effects. So go. And I was like, how am I gonna write a science fiction story without any of those things? So I tapped into, I'm trying to think of who else successfully did science fiction on a shoestring and made it really good. It was Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone had brilliant stories. And so I kind of tapped into my inner Rod Serling, hopefully, and wrote the Simian Trials. And we had such a short time to do it that I only got to do 3 drafts, which is very minimal. Usually there's about 20 drafts before a script goes to set. I had time for 3. So they invited me onto the set as the script supervisor so I could make changes on the fly as needed. And we had a blast. It was 10 days, a single location in a warehouse, a cast of about 6 or 7 plus crew, and it was bare bones, intense. I was not just script supervisor, but I would help with the lighting, I would help with the camera. It was just a blast. In the trenches, it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
It was so much fun.
I know those days.
Oh, fun story. I got a fun story with this. So one of the villains, we only needed him for half a day. And he had just flown in. He's a huge guy and just flew him in from Thailand. He just finished filming a movie. So they flew him into LAX, drove him up to Ojai where we were. And this guy literally had gotten off the plane and came over to our set. And he's picture 6'5", beard, barrel-chested, huge guy, booming voice. He comes walking in the room, and the first thing out of his mouth, he goes, "I've been in Thailand for 3 weeks. Who's got weed?" And
Wow.
like 4 or 5 crew members raised their hand, and so he got loaded before he shot, and he was
Oh,
brilliant.
good.
He was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. We had him read the lines, and then we had him riff, and his riffs were just outstanding. When he was just bagging on people, it was great.
Wow.
Nice. It's awesome.
So anyway,
Quite
that
the
movie is in post-production. The producers got a couple other projects to get through first, and so I'm hoping that I'll see this released in theaters end of 2024, maybe early 2025.
in theaters. Okay.
Nice.
Unless she wants to go streaming, but I think she wants to go theaters.
Yeah. Well, theaters. Yeah.
It
Better
all, that's all
theaters.
depends on distribution deal and budgeting and all that. I don't know what she's gonna do, but I just
Awesome.
want to see it on the screen.
All right. It's up to you if you want to answer this question or not. Literally says, how much do you charge for your services?
Oh, that would really depends on what we're doing. If we're doing a full screenplay, or if I'm going to do like a rewrite, or give some constructive feedback. It really just depends. I'm not the most expensive guy, but I'm not the cheapest either.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, I know what it's like coming up through the trenches, and I know people are on budgets, so I try not to go too much. But I know my worth, so I'm not gonna bare bones it either.
Totally. No.
But
But
reach
you
out
can
to me and we'll
through
talk.
his-
Reach out to me and we'll
You
talk.
can reach out through his website, yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
chat.
Contact me and we'll chat.
All right. Before we go on, I guess, do you want to say anything about your masterclass before we get to some other stuff?
Yes. I just got confirmation last week. There's a website called Story Rocket, and Story Rocket basically allows authors and screenwriters to house their screenplays, and based on the information they fill out, it creates a one-page pitch package. So the other half of Story Rocket is agents and producers and studios come to Story Rocket to look for new material. That's how, in an ideal world, that's what happens. So the CEO, Anna Benitez, she's an Emmy award-winning producer, and I've done a few projects with her, and she wanted me to do a masterclass based on author branding and platform building. So my focus is I like to help newer writers come up, and because there's a lot of bullshit and a lot of scamming and a lot of navigating this crazy world. So I have been doing little bits here and there about helping newer writers avoid pitfalls and trying to do the right thing. So she said you should do a masterclass on the whole thing, just an all-day event. We're doing it July 13th, and it's going to be literally all day with a bunch of handouts, and might even have a part 2 if there's enough, because I submitted to her the outline to what I wanted to do, and she's like, I don't know if we can do all this in one day because I've got so much I want to talk about. So I'm really looking forward to it. I will be having much more information on it on the website as soon as we finalize everything, but it is going to be July 13th. I know that.
But
Where?
it'll be available
It'll
later on, right?
It'll be via Zoom.
Via Zoom.
Is it something that people though can like also access later on, or is it just a live thing?
They make it a live one-day deal, but I'm going to have my own materials. Like there will be like a PDF download. People will be able to have pretty much everything that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to do extensive handouts.
Fantastic! Congrats, that's great.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to it because I've done speeches here and there, 1 hour, 2 hour, but this is going to be the whole day dedicated to this one topic, helping people.
Sweet. Brian Fitzpatrick, writer.com, folks. You can get access to anything we just talked about, basically. His books, his IMDb, his consulting services. Just check it all out there and hit him up. And any social media link you want to give out? Or you can find it all on the website too.
Yeah, you guys can find me. I think most of my social media is at author Brian Fitzpatrick, and I'm on all of them: TikTok, Insta, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever. I'm on all of them. So, and I engage on all of them that I can. So yeah, hit me up and we'll chat and talk about stuff. Talk about geeky stuff.
Do you dance on TikTok?
I do not. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody. It's as good as my Sean Connery.
It's the only reason I go to TikTok.
Oh, you should do your Sean Connery on TikTok.
Oh, there you go.
All right,
Make
folks.
it happen.
In honor of Super Geeked Up.
Yeah.
Before we get to our next geeky question, let me just give a quick reminder here, folks, about my new Kindle Vella, The Adventures of Elena and Ned, Gargoyle, PI, my humorous urban fantasy detective story. Episode 7 just came out yesterday. They're coming out every Tuesday and Friday. So the first 2 cases are all complete now in the story you can read, and the 3rd case starts this Friday that they're on, and having a lot of fun with it. Thank you. I know so like Necrodius actually just yesterday, who's one of our viewers, just commented and reviewed all of them, and thank you very much, sir, for doing that.
I like the art too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
That's great.
Greg Horvey, who's one of our friends and often viewers, did that. So thank you, Greg. You did a great job. I'm really happy with how that came out. Anyway, they're all free, by the way, folks. The first 10 Velas are always free, so it's not going to cost you a thing. But it will help me out a lot just by reading them, following, give the thumbs up. That helps me with the Amazon bonuses. So I appreciate it. If you check them out, well, you can go to super-geekedup.com. There's a link right on the homepage, or just search The Adventures of Elena and Ned on Amazon. It comes right up as well. So thanks, everybody. All right, let's do some more geeky stuff. What is our? Oh, this no, never mind. This is me, Francis. Oh, you have to read this. You're fine.
Okay.
Like who's doing what? Hey, guess what? Last Friday, the Garfield movie came out. I actually love Garfield. I used to get all this collected little books when I was younger, the strips and stuff, and it's still going strong. What's your favorite movie starring a cartoon critter? Cartoon animal, basically, folks.
Who's going first?
You can go first. You're a guest.
All right. So I was thinking about this, and I was kind of leaning. At first, I thought, oh, Pete's Dragon. Pete's Dragon was really cool. That dragon was pretty awesome, being mixed in with the live action. That was really impressive back in the day. But I have to go with something dark and downer. Watership Down. Watership Down from the 70s.
Oh wow. Okay.
About the brutal rabbits. That movie blows my mind.
Wow, I've never seen it actually. Jeez.
Oh, you got to see the original.
Wait, there's more than there's like a remake of it somewhere.
Netflix about 5 years ago did a remake, and it was pretty good, but it was kind of watered down.
Wow.
The 70s one is like really traumatizing for a kid.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's violent, it's bloody. It's just, I mean, this is
with rabbits.
Yeah, it's about basically the politics and the tyranny of these different rabbit colonies and these one group of rabbits who are trying to survive.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's insane. Yeah, go definitely watch it if you can.
All right.
It traumatized us all as kids, but it will traumatize you as an adult too.
Oh, great! How wonderful!
Well, that's what we're
You're welcome.
That's what we want.
All right. Well, on a not as depressing note, first one that comes to my mind is The Lion King, because that's my favorite Disney animated movie.
Good one.
Good old Simba and Timon and Pumbaa and Hakuna Matata. Good stuff, but also I think a very good story, poignant story as well. Nice hero's journey as well. What about you, Francis? And, by the way, no, I would say you could say Kim Possible, even though it's a show, because Rufus the Naked Mole Rat is in it.
But he's that. I thought it had to star, right? Now, doesn't the question?
Yeah,
say
it does, and it says movie too. So, well, they did do a movie anyway. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they did do a movie. So I guess to stick with our theme this week or this week, yeah, well, this episode, Kung Fu Panda has my favorite things, which is Jack Black and martial arts, and Jackie Chan. He's in it too.
Wait, who is he? I've never seen him. Who does he play?
He plays the monkey. So Jack Black's the panda. Angelina Jolie's the tiger.
Right.
Yeah. Lucy Liu's the snake. Jackie Chan's the monkey, and some weird comedian is the crane.
Are all these animals like students at the same place?
Yes, they are. They're the Furious Four or something. I forget the name of their little group name, but they're
it's a good movie though. I like that movie. It's good.
Yeah. But
are they in all 4 movies? All these characters?
No, they stop after
Well, no, they're doing another one. They're doing another one called Fernandez.
Oh, right, Kung Fu Panda.
It's the polite, the polite panda, where it's just all poutine and all yeah.
Like
they don't actually have martial arts matches because they're too polite.
No,
no, I'm so sorry, I offended you.
They don't say sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, they go, we're sorry, you hoser. So,
All right. By the way,
but
folks,
yes.
just unlike most Canadians don't actually speak like that, just to be clear. But
No, they don't.
No.
But it's still fun.
Enough of them
Yes.
do.
All right. All right. Kung Fu Panda. Very good.
I think so.
Listeners mate, Fantasia with the dancing alligators and dancing hippos. Oh, I see. I always only
That
remember
movie's wild.
That is a pretty crazy, because that's everything. Fantasia's ever. If you want all the stuff, you get all the stuff there.
Yeah, they
in
must
that
have been
movie.
on something.
Well,
Because that movie's a wild ride.
I feel like that way about a lot of original
True.
old Disney movies. A lot of old Disney movies, I feel like, oh yeah, that's a pretty good way of thinking something up. That's they're out there.
Cooler Man says Watership Down has been released by Criterion. Oh, Criterion does a lot
Oh,
of
it's
good
free.
releases.
Oh, that means it's free.
Wait, Criterion, they release free. I remember them back in the day as all the special DVD releases and stuff.
I want to say these are. I think there's yeah, I think they're free.
Criterion
They're
Collection used to be
available,
like these really nice releases of these movies and good movies and stuff.
Really good cases and art.
Mm-hmm. Finding Nemo from Chaz. That's his favorite.
Oh yeah, good one.
Good.
You like fish?
You like
fish? Fish are friends. They're not food.
The sharks, yes, I love those guys.
Oh, okay. Oh no, you have to. Yeah. Okay, so I guess you do have to purchase it.
Yeah.
But they have a bunch of stuff in here. Wow.
Yeah, Criterion's has a lot of great releases.
Shop all films. So there you go.
All right, thanks, Puma.
Oh, there's a channel. Ooh.
All right.
Oh, you can watch films. Oh
boy. All right, he's going down a rabbit hole, folks.
Yeah. We lost Francis.
Yes.
Ooh. All these old movies and international films.
Oh, that's how I do it, man. Films. All the stuff I've been watching on Netflix recently are Spanish TV shows.
Yeah, these are all over the place. So
good.
I did a deep dive on Polish horror not too long ago by accident.
Oh. What's the difference between Polish and American horror?
It's very Eastern European bleak. Like there's no like final girl escape thing. It's just you think, oh, okay, wow, that's really sad, but they'll pull it out at the end. No, it just gets worse. It's like wow. And then I had to watch another one to see if that held true for like consistently with Polish horror, and it does. The other one was just as horrifying.
And they're all smoking and and they're all smoking and they wear
black and white.
Black and white, and they wear cravats. It's all very. A cravat's like a
cravat.
Yeah,
like
a
little thing.
Coat, like a thing that goes in your coat. It's like a not like a. It's not a. What do you call it? A scarf. It's a cravat. You put in your coat. It makes you look fancy.
It does.
Like a pocket square?
No, it's a thing.
No. It's like a full.
Oh, okay.
Brian
well, your description is like all over the place.
Connery would wear one.
Yes. I sure would. Topic: Who killed Roger Rabbit? Is Puma's another choice for Puma for animated animal? Disney's Robin Hood. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone's favorite anthropomorphic.
A lot of people think he's hot, right?
Her and him, Maid Marian. They think they're sexy.
Oh, they're foxy.
They're foxy ladies.
The Snoopy. Yes, thank you, Puma. I should have said this too.
Oh yes,
I love Snoopy so much. He's my favorite. Him and Scooby Doo, and actually Scooby Doo
are just fun. I love Snoopy.
Man, him and the Red Baron is the best. Great choice. And by the way, the most recent Snoopy one, which is I think 2015, 16 now, was actually they did a really good job actually. Even though it was CGI.
Oh, the one was like CGI and it was all
it was blue sky.
Yeah, it was great. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah,
I was really kind of worried about it, but it was great.
Did they have any celebrity like cameos like this apparent recent Garfield movie had a bunch of cameos from big actors. Did this one no?
I don't remember any.
It didn't. No.
I mean, Charlie Brown was happy because the redhead girl was in it.
Oh
yeah.
Okay, so here's in the Garfield movie. Outside of Chris Pratt, who of course is the voice of Garfield.
Oh, he plays Garfield?
He's Garfield.
Oh,
Chris Pratt is
wow.
Garfield. Yeah. Yeah, they made fun of him because he's doing everything. He's the voice of Garfield. He's the voice of Mario. They're like, oh, we're just going to hire Chris Pratt for everything.
He's just animated now.
We're just going to keep him drawn. But Samuel L. Jackson is in this movie. Jeff Foxworthy is in this movie.
Oh, playing themselves?
No, they're playing characters.
Like animated characters or
Animated
humans?
characters,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like it's weird. Snoop Dogg is in this movie. Like
somehow that tracks.
It kind of does. It kind of does.
Garfield, lasagna. I mean,
Snoop Dogg loves lasagna. Yeah.
It's crazy. Just like
he does after he smokes, right? Weed.
Yeah.
This is go-to after he smokes.
He gets hungry.
Cool. I think that movie looks kind of fun. Actually, the Garfield movie.
Yeah. I mean, it did pretty good given.
So
nobody else watched anything else this weekend.
Yeah, it did
how
better
does Chris Pratt stack up against Bill Murray's voicing of Garfield from the 90s?
Well, the fact that Bill Murray hated that he was Garfield.
Yeah, they made him do two of them.
Bill Murray's he did grumpy in general a lot of times, though, right?
He is, but he especially was very catty regarding his role as Garfield.
Then don't do a second one, then. That's ridiculous.
He got paid, I guess. That's all that mattered.
What was the other?
Furiosa.
Furiosa bombed, right?
Furiosa, didn't do so great, and neither did
everyone I know who saw it loved it.
Yeah, the movies that I wanted to see succeed are not succeeding. Fall Guy, I want to do well,
which was fantastic.
Was very.
It was like just a perfect summer popcorn blockbuster style movie.
Yeah,
it really took me back. It was so fun.
And now they're trying to sell the extended version. To like, go get our extended version of this movie. It's like it barely came out 2 weeks ago.
I can get it on VOD.
It's streaming already. Yeah.
Streaming? Oh man.
Well, paid streaming, right?
Paid streaming.
Yeah. It was good though. I highly recommend it.
I
want to see it.
See it in theaters if you can. I just wanted
to see
it's
still
it in
there.
Theaters.
Definitely get out. Yeah. That one's worth seeing on the big screen just because it's just big spectacle, goofy fun.
I love it.
Cool. Meghan Trainor did some of the songs for Charlie Brown movie. Listener's Mate tells us.
Oh,
the recent one. Time to get Chris Pratt on SGU. Necrodia says, "Oh, hey, sure, absolutely, Meghan, come on."
Perfect.
Necrodia says he's nodding off, but he hopped on to say hi. Have a great night. Thank you, Necrodia. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for your reviews on Kindle. Bill did a lot better. Okay, Necrodia thinks he's better than Chris. I have to see the new one to make any judgment, so I won't chime in on that.
Scientific assessment,
right?
Puma has another answer to our animated animal question: The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, sure, classic.
With new Blood and Honey.
No, I refuse.
They made a sequel. I can't believe they made a sequel.
No, I'm so.
Wait, it's not. Is it out already? The sequel? I thought they're in the works of doing it.
No, I think it's. I mean, it might have. I don't remember if it's out or not.
The other one just came out.
I think it's about to come out.
Yeah.
Ruining our childhood.
This is the bad thing about public domain. Usually I'm fine with it, but this is when people start doing this shit.
Well, I'm still waiting for the Steamboat Willie horror movie. Yeah, the horror movie that is Steamboat Willie.
Somebody doing it, or you're saying you're expecting?
No, I'm sure someone's doing it.
Yeah, because it's
low hanging fruit.
Yeah. So,
all right, folks, you keep putting your the movies you like starring cartoon animals if you want in the chat or in the post here in the description here on Twitch. Well, Twitch will disappear after a couple weeks, but YouTube, like I said, this video will be up, so you can put it there.
Oh God, sorry, I was Screamboat, Screamboat, the horror movie based on the original version of Mickey Mouse is set to hit theaters in 2025.
All right, good. Thanks for ruining everybody's night.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out. See it.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
All right. Well, what is not horrible at all is our awesome patrons, the people who are supporting us on Patreon. So we want to give them a shout out every week here, folks. You can go to patreon.com/supergeekedup if you like to support us. $2, $5, whatever you do. It always helps out a lot. Helps us keep doing our geeky content. Or, well, nope, never mind. Can't do super chat. We're not on YouTube right now. Okay. When we're on YouTube, usually you can do that too.
Thanks, JP.
Hey, JP Martin. See, I don't. People's Twitch names are different than their YouTube, so I don't know everybody. But thank you, JP Morgan. Emily
Thanks. Hey,
Martin.
Johnny. How's it going?
Johnny. Yes, yeah, Johnny's one of our patrons. Yeah, horrible at all. You're right. Yes, and thank you for. We're glad Francis is back. He's on the road to recovery. Still not under the weather. All right, let's see here. What are we gonna do? Like a panda animal theme here, maybe?
Yeah, we should do in the vein of Blood and Honey. We should try to make horror movies of
what? Wait, what? Oh God, why the
silly
fuck?
horror
Why do you have to
movie
make it so hard all the
names. The silly horror movie
silly
names.
names off of like well-known properties. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Great. Start us off.
All right. So, okay. Everyone, beware. Oh, wait, hold on. I have the list actually. Beware, Craig Allen Poole of the cat that'll eat your soul with Scarfield.
Wait, you have a list? A list
No.
of what?
Well,
Wow,
the list of
so that,
people.
you just pulled that one out really good.
Oh.
The list of people.
Garfield, that's good. Craig was on our show
Scarfield.
last week, by the way. So
Garfield.
thanks, Craig. Okay, Rachel J. You're in since you love Snoopy, you're gonna be in the raunchy comedy Poopy.
Wow.
Greg and Rena Horvey. Are you? Do you want to be covered in those little red marks? Well, then get ready for the thriller from Hickey Mouse.
Oh God, Mickey Mouse.
Wow.
All right, let's see here. Tammy Anderson. I'm trying not to do like too graphic. I don't know why, because we usually are in this show.
Do it.
Well, okay. Along with Hickey Mouse, his good buddy is the R-rated comedy Donald Fuck.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
If you're ready for some anthropomorphic animals like bunnies and foxes ready to tear you up, be prepared, Johnny Pappas, for Zoogorpia. That's pretty good. Zoogorpia. I think that works.
Yeah, I'm not sure what a gorp is.
Clever.
Gore.
Oh, gore. I think it's a gorp. Like, what's a
Oh,
gorp?
gore.
Zoogorpia.
Clever.
Zootopia is the name of the movie. It's Gorpia.
All right. Michael Gilstrap, in a spin-off, a different take on a famous Disney animated movie, The Lion King. You're the lying king because you're so good at telling falsehoods.
Oh no.
Yes. And you just con everybody out of their stuff.
Dash V, you are the terror for all vegetarians out there with your speediness and quickness in your new favorite horror movie, Speedy Gonzalez.
You say gone salad?
Yes.
No.
Oh, Speedy's gone salad. He's gone all vegetarian.
He's gone
Exactly.
salad.
Yeah.
Good. Great. Terry Field.
I didn't say they'd be good.
These are
Terry-
fantastic.
Good.
Terry Field, put on your yellow gown because you're starring in Beauty and the Booty.
Oh, that works. Yeah.
You got the last one.
Yes, Jalou. Be prepared to fear all young Asian women who pretend to be dudes to fight in a war for their father because he's too old and can't do it with Mutilaton.
I don't even know which one you're playing off of. What is that?
Mulan. Mulan.
Like reaching.
Really? Just stretch it out there. Just stretch it out.
It's like, oh yeah, I see it. It's out there. Let's get it.
Mutilaton. Okay.
Mutilaton.
Woo. That was
Oh, and here he is. Jalou popped in just at the moment. You said
Yes.
that.
They're not. Well, she is, I guess, sort of, because she's pretending to be a boy.
Yes. I love Mulan. All right. Johnny says not your best about one of them. Well,
No,
Francis
I
is
did
sick.
his. I did
Woo.
his. So,
Everyone's a
yeah.
critic.
Francis is sick. I have no excuse. But
Yeah, his was Zugorpia, so he was not impressed.
all right. Don't worry. We'll make up for it next week. Anyway, patreon.com/supergeekedup, folks. If you want goofy things like that said about you and other, you can send us geeky questions, other things as well if you're a Patreon supporter. Thank you very much to everybody, no matter what level you're at. All right, one last game. Superhero experts. Francis, what are we doing? How does it work?
Well, you're gonna give both Jeff and Brian suggestions on superheroes they can be, and I'll be asking them questions on the issues of the day for said superheroes. So, for instance, like, is it worth having what is it worth having a cape when tights are perfectly fine to show off your fantastic body? Questions like that I'll be asking, but you need to give these folks your superhero character that they will be playing. They will be this superhero character. They have to be real people too, real superheroes, not just made up ones. Made up ones will be for another game, but this
There
one,
you go, like Beast Boy.
like Beast Boy,
that's a real one, and it
that's a
doesn't
real
have to be a
one.
superhero. It can be any fictional.
Or yeah,
character.
anyone, yeah, any fictional character. It could be Laura Croft. It could be Indiana Jones. It could be
Chun Li.
yeah, it could be Alan Quatermain. It could be James Bond. It could be
or any other Sean Connery character.
it could be Zed from Zardoz. It could be
Is that his sci-fi one?
That's his sci-fi one.
It could be a dragon from Dragonheart.
He could be a Russian sub-commander.
A Russian sub-commando.
He could be a Spanish conquistador.
Egyptian, Spanish.
Egyptian. That's right. It's
Highlander.
Egyptian Spanish swordsman. He could be an Irish like policeman.
That's why I'm walking the beat.
In the Untouchables. That's a great movie.
Untouchables. He could be a former special agent turned weapons specialist as he helps Nicolas Cage save San Francisco from
The Rock.
Welcome to the Rock.
I need more.
How does it damn it, how does the quote start? Losers do something, winners fuck the prom queen.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Losers go home. No, winners go home.
Winners go home. No.
Yeah, winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
That's it.
But what's the losers part?
Your best. Losers do their best. I think that's the one. And then winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
That's like
or Sean Connery, or a character who has to sneak into a high secure vault with what's her face?
Entrapment, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, Catherine
Zeta-Jones.
Thank you.
I got you, man. I can name all these.
Oh man.
Movies. All right, Brian. Here's some choices for you: Beast Boy, The Atom, Thor. That's all we got so far. All right. Besides listening to other people, give us. I mean, finish me. Keep going as well.
And because JP's like, here it is. Here's the line. Your best.
Oh, that's a short. Yes, the Rock line. Thank you.
That's why I love when he says that.
Because Cage says that, right?
Yeah. I'll do my best. Your best.
Your best.
I'll do your best.
Dr. Daniel Jackson from Stargate SG-1. I like that. He's my favorite character from that show. Any of these you want to play?
Among that list, since I am only familiar with one of them, I will take Thor.
I knew it was going to be that one.
He's just going to walk around hurt. He's like,
All right.
He's going to do his Sean Connery accent and walking around her. It's like,
I'll do Dr. Daniel Jackson then because I have glasses on like he does.
So Thor.
Oh, God. Here. Okay, I'm going to ruin
after you fucked the prom queen, you're really Thor.
I'm going to ruin my cred. What is the hammer's name?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. I can't say it.
I got Mjolnir
Use the axe. That's an easier name. Is Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker's name of the axe. So you just use the axe.
Oh, that's right.
I like how, you know what they probably decided? Oh, fuck. No one can pronounce this other one. We've got to make it easier than the next weapon.
It's spelled Mjolnir. So, like, how do you say that?
Yeah.
right?
Mjolnir.
Hammer.
Mjolnir, yeah. Hammer. Yeah.
All right,
hammer.
folks, give us a.
Hammer time.
Do you want a topic from there, or you're just let's get a topic. What's the
Yeah,
pressing
we
topic
can get a topic
of the
Yeah,
day?
it's the last game of the night.
Who's Jeff gonna
They can
be?
Give us topic.
I'm going to be Dr. Daniel Jackson from Stargate SG-1.
Okay.
Which one? The TV
yes,
version?
maybe I'll be
or... Okay.
Played by James Spader in the movie, and played by Michael. Goddamn fuck, that's not his name.
That's
Fassbender.
an unusual name.
Michael.
It's not Fassbender.
Michael Knight. Michael.
It's Michael Knight. You're right.
Kit?
Hang on, I'm looking it up here.
Oh yeah. You better call Kit. You better call Kit for this. Get Kit in here.
Michael Shanks. That's it.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm just gonna picture you as James Spader. There we go.
That's
Why
fine.
me? Why not?
Spader.
I mean, Shanks is more
He's
my
so
guy,
good.
but Spader was great in that. Yeah, he did great.
Who was the other? Who was the?
Kurt Russell. played
Kurt
him in the
Russell.
movie.
That was right.
And then Richard.
It would be
Anderson.
weird if it
Richard
was.
Dean
That'd be great if it was Richard Gere.
Richard Gere playing that the role in Stargate.
Oh man, trying to show
Like,
some.
Carter, can I give you some money to spend the night with me?
Gives him a necklace. Goes,
Can you drive my Ferrari? Shift it for me. I just think Pretty Woman whenever I think Richard Gere. Why can't everyone have a way to interpret languages? I guess that's okay. That's going to be one of the topics.
All right.
All right, and then
I'll
you
try-
can
I'll make
whatever.
it
Just
work.
just make any other
That's
ones
right.
up, or maybe the chat will come up with more.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Is this the one I got to do the fucking stupid theme song?
I mean, that's up to. Well, we're on Twitch. You don't have to do it on Twitch. Twitch is a different place, so it's a different show.
Really? What? Okay, I'll still do it. No, it's gonna be
Twitch
gotta
Twitch
be-
does it. Twitch does it differently. It does digitally. It does there's a rap. They do a rap instead of
No,
an
they don't.
actual song.
They
Oh.
do. We've done enough rapping on the show in the past. All right, ready? This Super Experts. I'm going to play Dr. Daniel Jackson. Brian's going to play Thor, and Francis is the host. Francis is the host.
But Thor played by oh god, who played Loki? Because he originally
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston. Because there's footage of Tom Hiddleston auditioning for Thor.
No.
Stop it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gotta be kidding.
He's all skinny and like lanky, and he's throwing the hammer around, and he's screaming.
No.
Why
there.
were they even considering that?
He auditioned for Thor.
That's a very
originally.
low-key thing to do.
Yeah, maybe he was
Just to
really
mess
doing,
things up.
Yeah, maybe he was
I
really
don't have a
doing
drums.
Loki.
I don't have drums, but I will.
All
Drums
right.
next time.
Here's superhero experts. Do 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 do. That's the opening song.
Okay.
Hi everyone. We've got some fancy people here today for our show, superhero experts. We've got the sexy and ever authoritative Dr. Daniel Jackson. And hey Doc, what's up, Doc?
Oh, hello. I'm happy to be here. Yes, Egyptology cosmic expert.
And with him today is the man who has two continents called his pecs, Thor. Hey Thor, Norse god of thunder, how are you doing?
I am very happy to be here on your ancient technology device.
Oh, that's right, because you're so fancy with your high-tech Asgard. But speaking of which,
I've actually seen many cultures much fancier than that.
oh jeez. Well, all right, guys, stay in your corners. We don't need you guys to fight. Oh man, but hopefully we'll find it. So for today, we got some questions for you from our lovely audience. We gotta answer these very pressing questions and some of the most important issues of the day regarding just anything. So starting off, you sir, Dr. Daniel or Dr. Jackson, Dr. Dan, whatever. You're the doc. You have to
Yes.
encounter a lot
Actually,
of...
it's interesting. No one ever calls me by my first name. They always call me Dr. Jackson for some reason. I think they've forgotten actually what my first name is.
Dr. D.
Oh, except Teal'c. If you're an alien, you must say Daniel Jackson.
Well, that's the question I had for you. You have to deal with a bunch of different languages. How do you talk to these these aliens from all over the Stargate?
Well, luckily, I have a big brain. almost as big as Thor's belly because he's really out of shape now.
No,
And
he's not. He's so sexy.
well, sorry, I'm not sure what timeline we're in here in the
Oh, that's
MCU.
right. Oh, wait.
But
No, you're
anyway,
right. There he is. Go
anyway,
on.
because of my huge brain and studies, I've learned every language that exists in the universe, so I can communicate with all different alien races. The rest of you are too dumb, so you're out of luck.
Wow, Dr. Daniel, you're living up to everything I've ever heard about you.
This is way more arrogant than he actually is.
Thor, you apparently seem to have fancy schmancy technology. What makes is this what helps you talk to all of the different aliens and species from all the different realms?
It's so easy. I just simply flex this and flex this, and they understand exactly what I'm saying.
It's all about
Your
really.
camera is too tiny for I cannot see your biceps, Thor.
They're here. Trust me. They're very impressive.
Thor, I see Thor likes to do the TikTok style videos.
All I know is that I didn't realize we were invited to the gun show. I mean, oh my goodness, oh man, that vapors just all over the place. Well, look, we have to, of course, with your adventures, with your vast experiences, you've had to deal with a lot of different things, which means destruction and sometimes chaos. What happens afterwards for you, Dr. Daniel, when you have to deal with like the repercussions of your adventures out through space?
Yes. Well, that's a very serious problem. Good question. Because Colonel O'Neill, who leads my team in the secret Stargate program, which I should not be telling you about,
to the public. Wow, you're just letting everyone know about this thing. Okay.
Unlike me, he's not a scientist, so his philosophy is go in and start shooting up the aliens, and then we'll talk to them when they're dead. So we cause a lot of destruction, but luckily it's always on alien planets. So the U.S. government just says, well, fuck it, who cares? And that's that.
Wow. That's a lot of irresponsibility, Dr. Daniel.
I didn't say I agree with it. I'm with a bunch of meatheads.
Well, Thor, what about you? You seem to be as strong and as wonderful as you are. You cause a lot of destruction in your wake. How do you happen to deal with that destruction?
I mean, Asgard likes to take a similar position to the Good Doctor's team there. A little chaos. As long as we're saving the universe, it's okay. We don't mind.
Oh, okay. Now
I'll blame Loki. I'll blame my brother.
Well, see, Thor, that's the thing. All right, I have a bone to pick with you because you always blame your brother for things that happen. When are you going to take responsibility for your actions, Thor?
Well, it's so easy. I mean, look at that helmet with the horns. I mean, he's obvious. It's so easy to blame him. Why would I take responsibility when I could just hang out with my girlfriend and enjoy some ale?
You know what? You're right. With a smile like that, I can't say you're wrong. I agree.
I also blame my brother. I can relate to this because he tried playing me in the movie version, and I was having none of that. So I replaced him in the TV show version.
Wait, do you have a brother, Dr. Daniel?
Yes, James Spader is my brother. And like I said, he thought he could take over my role.
I'm almost out of character in this one because I don't know if you're talking about the actors or the characters.
Well, listen, if you just study as much as me, maybe you'll figure out this quantum transmorphine multiverse happening that I'm talking about. We do have parallel universes in Stargate,
Oh, really? Okay, that's something you guys share in common. How do you deal with the multiple universes that you have to encounter and deal with?
I love it. It's the only time I find someone who is as intelligent as me to talk to.
Wait, does that mean everyone is stupid in comparison to you, Dr. Daniel?
Well, I mean, there was this lady who discovered the Stargate, was kind of my mentor. She was really smart, but she's dead. So I'm pretty much the only smart one around anymore.
Wait, don't you have a love interest, Dr. Daniel?
Yes, I do.
The mirror.
Well, my first love interest.
That's true.
My first love interest was this alien Egyptian girl, but she got turned into a ghoul. That's like one of those alien symbiont things, and that didn't work out. And then I kind of had a thing with Vala. She's really hot because it's Claudia Black, but I wouldn't really call her necessarily smart. She's like street smart. I'll say that. She's a really good thief.
So you're willing to dumb down for your ladies.
Sure. How else am I going to get a girl?
Ow!
Wow.
Oh, burn. Thor.
I mean, or a guy or anybody. Real. I'm talking about anybody.
My agent advises me to get off the show.
Oh,
Thor has an agent? Wow.
Thor's pretty. I am not surprised. I'm a little shocked that he doesn't have more like modeling gigs, which is my expectation. Now, Thor, you too have to deal with the multiverse. How do you handle having to be around so many different universes?
Unlike the Good Doctor, my brain is too small to comprehend the multiverses. I know Asgard and Earth, and that's about all I can handle.
Oh, but
so I hear this fancy word, multiverse, and I'm like, well, that's maybe like a multivitamin.
Your brain is similar to the Hulk, correct?
Exactly.
but you too have a hot girlfriend.
Indeed.
Does she play with your little hammer?
She prefers me dumb, so.
Oh yes, so, she's a scientist, right? Very smart.
So for the rest of the audience, Thor, why don't you tell us how to say your hammer?
I knew you were going to do that. Millionaire. No, millionaire.
Why don't you ask his girlfriend to come on and say it?
Yes.
No, that's pretty close. I'll take it.
Whew.
Lastly, because of again the popularity of multiverses and thus also multi TikTok accounts, we have a fan question for you both. So, Dr. Daniel, to start off, what about these fad dances? Which one happens to be your favorite fad dance? Like, which one do you love most to kind of break out when you're in front of the camera? The Macarena.
The Macarena, yes.
It's all about the Macarena.
That's the only one I know how to do. Because Vala, my sort of girlfriend, makes me do it if I want to have sex.
So much information. So much information.
Wait, is that with or without a camera? So just like in the middle of the room, she just expects you to do the dance?
Well, no, it's not. No, we don't. It's not a camera. It's just what she makes you do every night.
That's in front of just in front of the bed. Just do the Macarena.
Yeah, it gets her very horny.
Oh, wow. That's good. Good for you, Dr.
Shaking
Daniel.
my Daniel Jackson tush.
Good, I guess.
I guess. Thor, what about you? What is your favorite dance to do in front of your girlfriend?
She makes me do the Pulp Fiction John Travolta.
Oh, so, the cocaine ladled
dance competition at Jackrabbit Slim's.
Wow!
You won the trophy.
Does she dance with you, or do you, or much like Dr. Daniel, do you just have to stand there?
I make her do the Uma Thurman portion.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, well, that sounds very. See, that's why I was wondering, Dr. Daniel. I thought maybe she'd dance with you, but apparently you just have to.
Nope, I am her little bitch.
Well, that's okay. Well, everyone, I think that does it. I mean, we've learned a lot from these two very different, very, very polar opposite characters, but we learned a lot. So I want to thank both Dr. Daniel and for Thor for being with us. And as a matter of fact, Dr. Daniel promised us a special rendition of the ending theme.
Indeed, I did.
To the Macarena.
Do. Oh, I should have done the Macarena, right?
The whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that was superhero experts, folks. By the way,
Woo, and
I hope that doesn't scare you off of Stargate. That's actually nearly not what Samuel Jackson's like. I did a
He's
very
so
caricature.
mean. He's so mean.
He's actually a really nice guy. He's actually my favorite character.
I think he's mean in the movie. He's nice in the show, in the TV show. Well, they flesh him out in the
he's
TV
not.
show.
I think he's better in the TV show because they have more time to flesh him out, right?
Yeah.
But he is very intellectual. That part's true.
Yeah. Than everyone.
And he's very like out of, well, because the rest of them are military. He's not. He's just a dude, a scientist who got
he's a hired scientist.
All right, there you go. That's Thor and Daniel Jackson, folks. Like you've never seen them.
I like that combo. That was a good combo.
It is. They should have a show together
They should have a show together.
because they both have girlfriends who make them dance.
That's the connector.
They'll be like, Thor, what did
Forget
your
the multiverse.
What did your
forget
girl
the
make you do this?
multiverse, Yeah, I think that'd be hilarious. Well, I know what the next next script is going to be. It's going to be you guys doing those characters. At least I hope. Crossing my fingers, you guys will do it.
The next script?
Yeah, you guys wrote. Yeah, the next thing.
The next thing.
Book? Yeah, the next book. Yeah, Brian's gonna. Yeah, we're gonna pitch Panadas first, and then we're gonna go pitch.
Right. And then we're gonna do Thor and Daniel Jackson.
Thor and Dr. Daniel.
I can actually probably guarantee that no one has ever pitched a Daniel Jackson Thor buddy comedy.
No.
That would have to be a buddy comedy.
I think it'd be I think that'd be fun.
I would watch the fuck out of it. The hell of it.
That'd be funny.
All right, folks. There you go. That's the show for tonight. But don't forget, you can get Metcraft, 3 books right now from Brian on Amazon.
Just get the box
he's working
set.
on the 4th
Just
one.
Get the box set.
You can get the box set.
Yeah.
Yep, I don't have that up at the moment, but you can get them.
Oh, if you do buy the box set, it is digital, but it comes with a bonus short story.
Sweet.
One of the side character origin stories.
Oh, there you go. Good. All right, folks. Excellent. You can also get on paperback if you want the individual books as well. And you can go to, nope, that's the wrong one. We'll get that in a minute. BrianFitzpatrickWriter.com. You can get links to all his books, the movies, everything that he's doing, master classes, all the stuff.
The master class.
The D&D, upcoming D&D book.
And find me on social media. I love to engage.
All right.
He loves networking.
He loves Patrick Stewart. Engage. He loves to engage.
Make it so.
And he almost as much as his Sean Connery impersonation he loves doing.
I only did that for you.
I love it.
Thank you.
That was great.
Francis is thrilled.
It's fantastic. Yeah. I'm excited.
Speaking of Francis, you can see him besides on this show on POI Podcast.
Oh yeah, same place here. You can stay here till next week.
Hey, let me ask you something. I got alert on Twitter, my email, that you guys were live on Monday. Is that true this week instead of Tuesday?
We were live on Monday.
Why'd you do Monday instead of Tuesday?
Because he has a job that unfortunately does not have a set schedule. So.
Oh, so you're going to be switching around?
He just will tell me when he's available. Unfortunately, there's no more set schedule, so it's just whenever he's available. Which sucks.
They should just hang out on your channel.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Open in the background.
Just stay here.
You never know when it's going to start playing.
Yeah, you never know. It'll just pop up one day. You'll just be on here like watching somebody else, and then boom, it's available.
Right. SincereSarcasm.net. That's also where you can find Francis's.
Find me there. At AKA the other guy on the socials. That's how you network with me, is at AKA the other guy. That's all the social networks I do. It's everything. That's my TikTok. Yes, I have a TikTok.
It's multiverse.
It's my multiverse. It's everything.
Supergeekedup.com, folks. You can get the rest of our stuff. By the way, usually we're on YouTube. It's Super Geeked Up on YouTube is where you can find us. We'll be back there next week.
Up, right? At Super Geeked Up on
Actually, no, we got grandfathered in before that nonsense. It's just you can do at Super Geeked Up, but you just do Super Geeked Up.
Oh, that's good.
I'm special. You don't have to do the at.
Nice.
Not so special they didn't ban me for a week though. All right, but we will be back there next week. And thank you for watching us on Twitch. If you found us on Twitch, please feel free to follow here and also to subscribe over on YouTube. And we'll see you there next week. Where Delaney Parker, who actually swung by briefly last week, but she'll be on a full show next week for her new book, which is out now, her sequel. And then we got Matt and Lauren, Brian's friends, coming back for the booking their trilogy, the Parallax trilogy, in 2 weeks. So lots of cool guests coming up, folks. Big thanks to Brian. Thanks for
Thank
coming on.
you.
And thank you to everybody watching live and watching in post. We appreciate you very much.
Yeah, because this will be on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm going to download it and put it up on
Awesome.
YouTube afterwards. So yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
you can like it, and on YouTube I'll put all the links to Brian's stuff so you can get them there as well.
There you go.
Thanks so
all right,
much for
folks.
having me, guys.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you next week, everybody. Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. Bye.